of the stadium acknowledge me.
Hello everyone and welcome to Kick It to Scoops. I'm your host Cooper, the sole admin of AFL information, trade rooms and results. And what a show we have lined up for you guys and girls today on Kick It to Scoops. We have that world famous segment, Scoops Goes Banging. What am I banging on about today? It's the MRO inconsistencies. If it's not the umpires, it's the MRO inconsistencies. And I'm going to keep on bringing it up. If they keep having the inconsistencies, I will keep bringing it up. It's just plain and simple. Now, first off, some good news. Check out all of my recent videos. And as of an hour or so ago, recently dropped today's newest goal kicking challenge with London Ashcroft from the Western Bulldogs VFLW side, who was part of the Swans Academy last year and part of the Allies. She's applying her trade at the Western Bulldogs. Great person, great goal kicking challenge. It's a must-watch one. I'm not going to spoil results, so go down to the video section if it's not pinned down below and give it a watch and like and let me know what your thoughts are on that video itself. Should have a video out tomorrow. Another goal kicking challenge with Emma Stark, an AFLW umpire and a player of the Oakley Chargers, hoping to be drafted in her draft year currently this year. And London Ashcroft is 18, turning 19 this year. So in draft contention clearly as well. Alrighty. Also, if you know any AFL, AFLW players or any up-and-coming draftees or any state league players and you love something on the podcast and a goal kicking challenge or an interview, please send me a message and we'll try and get something sorted. Love doing them. Got more lined up this week alone. So look forward to all that and hopefully many more after that, which I'll be in talks with people as well. And we'll happily be in more talks with more people. We'll greatly appreciate it. If you know anyone, send me a message or tag them in some of my posts on Insta or whatnot or Facebook, and hopefully we'll get them on board. All right, we'll start off with this also. You want me on Cameo, head to cameo.com/Cooper G. You want me to roast a friend, wish someone happy birthday, anything at all, cameo.com/Cooper G. Want to aim for 20 likes of this video, so please smash the like button. It's free. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, I don't know why, but please smash the sub button. It's free. Donations are available, but I'm not going to make you do that. I'm not worried about that in the slides. I just would love to have the subscriber count go up. I would greatly appreciate it. Once we hit 3K, we'll do some prize giveaways. About 450 odd away, so keep smashing that sub button if you haven't already, and get your mates on board if they haven't. Send them the link to this channel and go, come on, fellas and ladies, come on. Smash the sub. Scoops is the best. Better than all the rest. But yeah. Also, we're going to obviously review the rounds that's gone up. Coming to about our Supercoach Talk. Didn't go too well this week. In crisis with Supercoach at the moment. Stupid buys. And yeah, obviously a lot of close games, particularly on the Saturday. 3 of the 4 Saturday games were decided by under a goal. St Kilda game, Carlton game, and the Power game. So let's start off with that world famous segment, Scoops Goes Bang. Oh boy. What are we banging on about today? It's the MRO inconsistencies yet again. Now, there's a famous quote that the AFL has given us this rubbish for ages. Laura Kane continues to embarrass herself defending the treatment towards Ginnivan, the umpiring, and things like that. And only 2 weeks ago, and I read it on this show, and you would have seen it everywhere, that she said that the AFL don't play favourites and they don't have a certain set of rules for one and not the other. And I said at the time that's bullshit, and it still forever will be bullshit. And this weekend, it proved yet again it is utter bullshit. Now, Matt Crouch, suspended for a week. Zach Butters, not suspended for anything. Now, they're very similar acts. They both hit their players high. Neither work in cast. You could argue, do they both deserve a week? Whether they both deserve nothing? You can argue that all you like. But the fact of the matter is, it was basically the same thing that just happened. They both went in hard. They both hit them high. And quite frankly, you can't have one get one thing and one gets the other. That just doesn't happen. And let's go backtrack to the comment that I've just spoken about. They don't play favourites. Matt Crouch, not a Brownlow contender. They don't give a shit. Zach Butters, he's a Brownlow contender. Oh, wait, we can't suspend him. No. We want our Brownlow cone to be prestige. We want someone to win it that's eligible. We can't suspend players like that. Look why Paddy Cripps got off. What do you think Dangerfield gets protected in his time when he was in his peak form? Why do you think all these big name players get looked after? It's because they don't want them to be ineligible for the Brownlow. Plain and simple. Matt Crouch, in their eyes, is not good enough. Zach Butters is, in their eyes. So it's just like, it's embarrassing. Laura's embarrassing herself or making more comments like that, saying that they don't play favourites when there's a million examples, but now the most recent one is this inconsistencies in the suspensions here. It is really, really, really embarrassing. To the AFL, to Laura Kane, you need to lift your game. Pathetic. And another thing that the AFL need to lift their game in is also the goal review, and it's just getting worse and worse. I mean, I like that it's there. They don't know how to use it. You want to know something? You want to use your money that you have in that company and use it wisely. Get better technology. Get better angles. Get clearer footage. Freaking hell, sometimes I get clearer footage than you, and that's embarrassing because I film off a phone and you got all these cameras. Like, come on. It's embarrassing. Like, how many reviews are unnecessary? They should do what the Premier League do. And in saying that, they don't use it well either, but it's better technology. It's there, and you can call a decision back. And just, why are you reviewing things that don't need to be reviewed for the sake of it? If you get blindsided, which some were this week, that's understandable, but over this year. But the unnecessary amount of reviews is ridiculous. And sometimes it's the central umpire going to tell the goal umpire, oh, no, are you sure? Oh, and make them basically go, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, we'll review it. The goal umpire is there to do the goal umpire's job. The central umpires should be worrying about their own job because they're not doing that well. So don't go telling the goal umpires what to do when you can't do your own job well. You're going to stuff up another department because you're shit at one and you're trying to make the other look the same as you, and that's bad. And that's what they're making the goal umpires look like. At this point, these days, people are saying, oh, we won't have boundary umpires at this point. Well, you might as well not, because the central umpire's just overruling everything anyway, or telling them to review it when they maybe don't want to review it, and they're just convincing them to, or just overruling them. Just stop. The central umpires are a joke. I mean, I can talk about the umpiring again if I really wanted to. I mean, there were some examples this round that were embarrassing. Not as bad as other weeks, but that doesn't make it good. It's pretty bad. It's embarrassing. And I love how people like Jared Waitley and co and Jason Dunsel and that are critiquing the umpiring this year, because those type of commentators, or most of them, 99% of them, don't criticise umpires. And I'm loving how they're going on hard on them and the AFL for how bad they really are. I've been saying this for a while. I don't say this for clicks. I say it because I generally think the umpires are shit. In the AFL, they are bad. And they need to fix that effective immediately. They really do. It's getting bad. Bad, like, people say, oh, why didn't you go umpire? You wouldn't have any bad decisions made. And if you do, it wouldn't be the amount that they give. I'll tell you that right now. And they should be able to review. Now, people would talk about a captain's challenge or coaches. Not a coach. A coach can't be reviewing something. Because one coach is on the bench and one's in the stand where they got all the cameras and the TV screens and that. No, they can't. No, that's unfair. Captain's challenge, whatever. Just get the calls right. It's not that hard. And you're not getting one random one out of the year that you're stuffing up, or a couple a year. You're stuffing up a couple every game. This is just from goal umpiring things. It's just like, just fix it and let the goal umpires do the goal umpiring job, and you central umpires worry about your own side of things, because you're not doing that good. So don't stuff up the goal umpires. To the AFL umpiring department and to Laura Kane and to the people in charge, lift your game. Pathetic. It's embarrassing. All right, hope you guys and girls enjoyed that shorter edition, I would say, of the world famous segment, Scoops Goes Bang. All righty. Now it's time to go through my AFL Round 5 Team of the Week. From the back line, the pockets, Mitch Hinge and Harry Sheasel. Fullback, Alex Pearce. Half back line, the flankers, Sam Flanders and Dan Houston. Centre half back, Sam Collins. Wingers, Brad Hill and Lockie Whitfield. centerman Noah Anderson. Our forward line, the flankers, Jake Waterman and Ben Keys. And the centre half forward, Tex Walker. Forward pockets, Charlie Cameron and Isaac Rankin. And full forward, Jeremy Cameron. Ruckman, Rowan Marshall. Rovers, Elliot Yo and Jack Steele, the man of steel. Interchange, Max Gorn, Ben King, Eddie Ford, Finn McGuinness, and a debutante, Harley, the rising star for round 5, Harley Reid. The emergencies, Shy Bolton, Cam Rayner, Charlie Curnow, and Tim Kelly. Now, you're going to ask me why you done what you done in your team of the week? Well, let me talk to you. All right, so Mitch Hinge. There wasn't many strong defenders, to be honest, this week. I'm being brutally honest. Flanders at 34, Houston at 27, decent score involvements, etc. Sheasel 36 in the goal was elite, best defender of the round. Mitch Hinge 26 and decent amount of meters gained. He's a really good player, Mitch Hinge, and really underrated. Someone that clubs should try and poach for a 3 to 4 year deal if they really need some tall halfbacks or medium-sized defenders. He can run in kicks, got a good booming left foot kick and a good kick as well as Mitchy Hinge, the former Lion. Key defenders, besides Alex Pearce, there wasn't really many other options, and I went with Sam Collins. I was thinking of Biggie Newen, but then again, I don't care that his team got smacked. It's how the individual went. I went the safe option, went Sam Collins, although Sam Collins played against Hawthorn, who have no key forwards with no Mitch Lewis. So it was a bit of toing and throwing, but I went Sam Collins. I was close, very close to running Biggie and Ewan. Dan Houston, as I said, fantastic again. An underrated player is Dan Houston. Dan Houston is an underrated player, just like Mitch Hinge. Brad Hill hit the goal, 34 disposals. He frustrates me. He really does. Some bad turnovers, and he did it in this game, but he did some bloody good things, and that kind of outweighed the bad things. The bad things always lurked around because there were key parts of the game. But then he had some other key parts in the game where he stepped us up, especially in that back half of the game. So he deserved a spot on the team of the week. A decent meters gained as well. Noah Anderson, a goal on 34 was a lock. Lockie Whitfield, 34 was a lock. Jake Waterman kicked 6 was a lock and like 20 disposals. Taylor Walker kicked 4. Ben Keys kicked 3 with 20 disposals and could have kicked a couple more. Charlie Cameron, 3 goals and like 15, 17 touches, deserved it. Isaac Rankin kicked 3 and had 20 to 23 possessions. Jeremy Cameron kicked 6 with 20-odd disposals, so they're all warranted there. Rowan Marshall was clearly the best ruckman of the round. For a ruckman, having 28 disposals, having some a fair ton of score involvements. I think it was like 8 to 10, 6 to 10 range. 16 clearances was a lock. Elliot Yo, 2 goals, 27 disposals, decent efficiency, meters gained, and a hell of a lot of clearances. I believe he may have had 16 as well, like Rowan Marshall. So 27 disposals he had. 15 clearances he had. Okay, 15 clearances Elliot Yo had. So it was one less than Rowan Marshall, but he was freaking awesome in the Eagles. Big win over the Tigers, which we'll get to. Eagles fans, don't you worry. First win of the year. Skipper, the man of steel, Jack Steele, was the best midfielder alongside Rowan Marshall. 28 disposals, deserved a spot in the team. So yeah, that again, I think he had a really good game. Steele, he kicked a goal with 29, I should say, not 28. So he deserved it. Max Gorn was the next best ruckman, 51 hitouts. I went Marshall over because of the 16 clearances in particular, mainly, and 28 disposals, more disposals and clearances. A lot more clearances and more disposals. Harley Reid kicked a goal on 27 and was influential in the Eagles' big win over the Tigers. Ben King kicked 4 and like 10 disposals as a spot. Finn McGuinness kicked 3 and had about 16, 20 disposals. Is it playing as a half forward today, not tagging? Today in that game. Deserved a spot in the team. Eddie Ford kicked 3 and 20. Yes, his team got smacked, but again, I don't give a shit. It's about the individual. He was fantastic before he got hurt late. And Shy Bolton kicked 3 and 20. You could say he was stiff and his team lost, but Eddie Ford was better. Cam Rayner did all right for Brisbane. For Carlton, Charlie Curnow did good, 4 goals, but they lost. And that's not why he's out, just because Ben King was ahead of him. And Tim Kelly was a decent mid, but his efficiency let him down, which is why Harley Reid is in ahead of him. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on my round 5 AFL team of the week. Alrighty. What are we going to go through now, ladies and gentlemen? I feel like, you know what? Let's go through my Supercoach team. All right, let me go through my Supercoach team now. As you can see here on the screen, let me get that. Now, I have 262,000 remaining. I only did the 2 trades last week. I opted to stay away from the boost for now. I'm going to bring in a certain rookie defender this week. I plan to. I'm just umming and ahhing how and who. I could do it for Tyler Brown, but I just brought him in. Do I do it for Sicily? Do I just do it to Toby Pink or Zach Reed on the bench? Obviously, it's top 18 again this week. I hate the bye rounds. Zach Reed. Truck also got the bye. Dry Clark was this freaking sub. McCurch's got sore ribs. We'll see if he plays this week. If he's only going to miss a week, I probably would keep him, to be honest, because he's only missing. If he misses only a week, if he even does miss anything, it's not worth getting rid of. I know his break is like 100, but I don't care. If he's scoring 70, then and he could get 100. He's capable of that, so we'll just have to wait and see there. But I'm happy with what he did. But before I continue, my total score is 1,648 for the round, top 38% overall. Not happy. Top 63% for the round, which is freaking bad. Not many people are over 2,000, so it is what it is, I guess. Obviously, Laird and Green and Rosie will probably be my captain this week. Rowan Marshall's my vice captain, which we're about to see. Trick Miller, Sanders, who was subbed off, pissed off with that. Jeremy Sharp will be on the field this week with Trucker not playing, and same with Harvey Thomas. The forward line. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. We'll greatly appreciate it. And there you go. As you can see there, Rowan Marshall, the vice captain. Grundy's back after their team had the bye. Heaney the same. Flanders, Dempsey, Darcy, Gallagher, Wilson. I really got to fix this forward line up. Darcy and Dempsey can stay, and probably Wilson, but Seth Campbell, Alex Sexton, Harvey Gallagher. One of them's getting the arse. I would assume I would probably do it with Seth Campbell. But Gallagher could get dropped after that shit performance, so I've got an ah there. I think Gallagher's the better player, but he had a bad game, so let's see what I do there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I think. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one there. Flanders and Heaney will stay, obviously, and Dempsey and Darcy will stay, and Wilson will stay after that good game on the weekend. Robbed of points against Darcy Wilson. 19 disposals a goal and only at 61. He had reasonable efficiency in meters and score vomits and all that. But yeah, Campbell's probably the one that's going to go, especially if Gallagher gets dropped, then it'll be him. But if he doesn't, and then it'll probably be Seth Campbell that gets the boot for me. But then again, I've got to look at some other rookies, or do I upgrade? I've got upgrade cash. Who am I upgrading? I'm still umming and ahhing. I'm probably going to be upgrading a forward. Is probably what the way I'm looking at right now. Hopefully, I'm going to have to do this in 2 trades, but could potentially be doing a 3 trade boost, using a boost trade again. I don't want to, but if I want to boost my points, but these stupid buys. It's the last buy round this week, I'm pretty certain too, before we get to the actual mid-season buy bullshit. So let me double check with the fixture. I think this will be the last buy round. It is. This week will be the last buy round per se, the top 18. So thank God we can get rid of that crap and get it over with. All right, now let's go review the round 5 games. Comment down below your thoughts on your Supercoach team. If you've got any questions, please send me a message or comment down below during this live stream. And if I'm reading the chat, which I should be, I'll answer them. All right, let's go review round 5. And oh boy, the Demons lost to the Brisbane Lions, and the Brisbane Lions deserved the victory by 22 points, 60-82. They from the get-go, I think Brisbane were on top the whole way through. The scoreboard flattered Melbourne. I had Melbourne fans probably in particular sooking about that they were never getting beaten easily, mate. You were losing by 30 points for the majority of the game. You kicked some cheap goals at the end. And credit to you for getting goals late to make the scoreboard look more respectable. But the game, you were shit. And Simon Goodwin essentially said the same thing, and Fags said that's the best game he's ever seen them play in a few years, I think he said. Pretty sure that's the words he used. In a few years. Definitely this year, and I'm sure he said a few years. So obviously, that game was really rated highly for them. They spanked Melbourne. They're over in front by 5 goals, if not just under, but the whole game, really, after the first little bit in the first quarter. So, yeah, really great performance. Obviously, Josh Dunkley was good. Hugh McCluggage, Cam Rayner, Charlie Cameron were really good. Hipwood kicked a couple, same for Joe Danaher, kicked 2 or 3. So, yeah, they some even contributors throughout the board. Kyle Lyman, a bit different this week. It was good a few weeks ago. Hopefully, for his sake, and Gather he was good. So, it's North. Yes, so we'll have to wait and see how he goes there. Right, the next game we're going to go through is Bulldog 67, Essendon 96. Essendon by 29 points. Well, credit to them. Credit to them. They got the job done. I've been saying for ages, Beveridge doesn't know how to pick a team. Beveridge should be sacked. I've been saying this for a while. I would say this is more on Essendon, on Bulldogs than it is Essendon playing good. I think Bulldogs just don't know what the hell they're doing to the team, aka Beveridge. Yeah, Essendon, good on you. You were in front for most of the game, and then you spanked in the last squad, kicking 10 of the last 13 goals. Good job. But you, in typical Essendon fashion, they'll shit the bed this week against whoever they're playing, and they'll lose. That's just how they roll. That's the Bombers for you. They have one good game, one bad game, 2 good games in a row, maybe 5 shit ones in a row. They beat someone that they don't expect. They lose to someone they shouldn't be losing to. That's just how Essendon's always rolled. I'm sorry, Richmond fans, but that's just a fact of life. Yeah, they do that. But you got the win here. Merritt was good. Martin was good. So yeah, good for them. All right, on Saturday, GWS 80 defeated my Saints 79 by 1 point. We started the game bad, and that's what cost us. But some things here that I want to address, and I feel like we lost this more than GWS won it. Now, let me tell you why. Brad Hill, Filippo, Sinclair, Wilkie. There was a few players, and some of our best that I just named there, making some key errors that was frustrating. And it just turned over, like going inside 50, easy running goals or over the top, just short chip kicks, basic kicks, just stuffing it up against Sport or man on the mark. It's just frustrating, and those guys are better than that. We know that. And they'll all bounce back, I'm sure, but it's just some key moments, and the GWS capitalised. A team like GWS will capitalise on your mistakes, and they did, and that's what lost it for us. But credit to us for bouncing back Brad Hill. As I said, he was one of those guys that turned it over a fair few times, and then he set it up huge to the fact of where he was a big reason why that comeback happened. And we almost stole it. 40 seconds to go, and then James Peatling to that great, courageous mark from the side. Not Leo Barry-esque, like some people are saying, like, for God's sake. Darcy Wilson was around there and Sinclair, but unfortunately, Peatling marked it. But we could have stole that, and what a great victory that was. It would have been winning the season from anyone because of the comeback, and it's GWS, and then we're undefeated at the time, and now they still are. But not good enough. Didn't get the win, so I'm only happy that we brought it back, but I'm not happy that we lost, obviously. I'm not like North Melbourne fans or West Coast fans that are happy with mediocrity and happy with losing as long as we don't get smashed mentality. That's not a way to think about it. I mean, if you lose, you lose. It's not good at all. You can take little key moments for certain players, maybe, but you can't say as a team you're happy. That's why North and West Coast are where they are. And that's where Richmond is heading. Yeah, they got 15 injuries, whatever it is. Prestia, not Martin, Taranto. You still got Bolton. You still got Graham. You still got Martin. Yeah, sure, you're missing some. Tom Lynch and Prestia and Grimes. We still have Boston, McIntosh and Pickett. They deserve to both be dropped. I don't care who they're missing. Both of them deserve to be dropped. They're finished. They're finished. Maybe, and Liam Baker's probably going to leave. And in the end of the Eagles or Freo. So Richmond have got a lot of thinking to do. Pickett and McIntosh looked good when they had better players around them. Now they're getting exposed to playing with hacks or players that shouldn't be playing. And they're getting exposed themselves to show that they're not even as good as people thought they were. You might say it's a bit harsh on McIntosh, maybe more so on McIntosh, but Pickett, he's never been that good. And quite frankly, he only looked good because he had good players around him at the time with Martin and Koch and Prestia and Graham, and that was a better midfield for them. And he was on the wing with whoever. Then he had Rioli and Shai Bolton and Martin and Grimes, and now he doesn't have many of them. And Tom Lynch and Jack Rewell when he was there last year before he retired as well, like Cochin. So all them bigger names for them are gone or injured, and he's left on his own basically, and he's shit the bed as expected. To be honest, I'm not surprised at all. And quite frankly, as I said, him and McIntosh should both be dropped. Plain and simple. And he just got lucky that he got the premiership pick at the way he did playing the grand finals. So He had his moment there. Great, good for him. That's it. Useless now. He's past it. He should be dropped. Might be the harsh truth, but it needs to be said. Carlton 98, Adelaide 100. Adelaide by 2 points. Oh, the pride of South Australia. You see Carlton fans whinging about the umpiring. Very hypocritical and coincidental for you to be whinging about umpiring. I watched the Carlton fans cry on their Instagram post on the weekend, and it was hilarious because they're bitching and moaning about the umpiring and critiquing it like the whole world was last week when they got Fremantle got robbed because of them. And they were saying last week that the umpires didn't rob Freo. And now you're saying you got robbed? Karma, as they say. Karma's a bitch. And I've got nothing against Carlton, but it's those Carlton fans, mate, in particular. Cringe fans, some of them. A lot of them last week, and for this weekend at least. And there's some online that you know about, and cringe. Seriously. You deserve to lose. Adelaide were the better team. You didn't lose because of the umpiring. Cry me a river. You didn't deserve to win. You're still a good team, but you didn't deserve to win. You weren't robbed. Fremantle were robbed last week against you. So, plain and simple. Yeah. Acknowledge me. Tribal chief is still me, and Roman Reigns. But yes. All right, let's go to the next game. Carlton fans, you just cry. Just plain and simple cry. Rankin and Keys and Tex were fantastic. Sam Walsh in his game 100 got under him, was great in his comeback game. Mitch Hinge was terrific. Charlie Kerner was all right. Chase Jones did okay. Jake Saligo was really good. Luke Nankervis, I thought, was really good. So there was a lot to like for Adelaide in this win. I mean, they should have beat Geelong. So they only got themselves to blame for the position they're in. So with their goal kicking against Geelong, Stuff Burgess and Darcy Fogarty missed 2 goals in the goal square, first quarter and last quarter. And there were some other plays as well in that game that they should beat Geelong. That's why I say Geelong shouldn't be 5-0. They beat North and Hawthorn great, 2 spuds. They got lucky against Adelaide. They should be, and then they tin-assed it against us through match fixing and umpiring. So really, they should be 1-4. I don't even know who the other team they beat. Who was that other team they beat? Geelong. Let's have a look. North and Hawthorn. You can only beat who's in front of you, but quite frankly, they didn't deserve any of them. Really, who they beat? Who's the other one they beat? Yeah, we saw about the Adelaide one. That one is who cares? Who they beat in round 3? Let's have a look. Oh, that's Hawthorn. Who cares? Gather round. The Bulldogs. Yeah, they easily could have lost to the Bulldogs. So, and they're not crash shot either. So you really, outside of St Kilda, you haven't really played a good team. And the only time you played the good team, you won due to match fixing. So, yeah, but it is what it is. That's still ridiculous, but here we are. They won through that crap. But yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. All right, Gold Coast 109, smashed the Hawks 56. Gold Coast by 53 points. Well done to the Suns. No Mitch Lewis again, so not a surprise. Ginnivan did all right. Ginnivan getting bullied by the AFL umpires again. Mac Andrew gets a little nudge from him. Ginnivan walks away, and then Mac Andrew just shoves him for no reason off the play. The umpire's right in front of it, didn't pay it again. He didn't dive. He got shoved 2 hands in the back. And typical AFL bullying Jack Ginnivan yet again. Come tell me, Laura, again, how you don't favour certain players and a different set of rules for one and not the other. Bullshit. 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 Now, Gold Coast. Took Miller. Ben King. Terrific. Noah Anderson, terrific. Rao, good. Will Powell, good. Great all-round win. Sam Collins, good. Great win for the Gold Coast Suns. Hawthorn, not much to say. Warpedo, James Warple was well held 2 weeks in a row now. Since that Geelong mega game, he had like a goal in 36, was awesome in that game. Since then, he's done nothing. It's a bit like the club, Hawthorn. Port Adelaide and Fremantle. This game was pretty scrappy, to be from being brutally honest, and rubbish to a degree. Port Adelaide 66, Freo 63, Port by 3 points. They did what they had to do. Houston was good. Farrell was good. Rosie and Butters did their job. Not outstanding, but did their job. Hayden Young, Luke Ryan, Alex Pearce were some of Freo's best players. So Wrong was not his usual best as well. So there's no key standouts for me in this game. It's really hard to do votes as well. Charlie Dixon was well held by Alex Pearce. So, and Ryan only had a lot of disposal in the last quarter. So it's hard to grade them as well. So Yeah, it is. It is what it is there as well, I guess. All right. Not much to say on that game. It was pretty average, if you're being brutally honest. And speaking of crap games, the final two games of the round, Geelong and North. Geelong 139, North Melbourne 64, 75 points at Geelong. Tom Hawkins got managed, rested, not dropped, but rested, managed, not tanking, but cheating in a way because it's North Melbourne. That's their mentality. That's how Chris Scott always rolls. Late change after late change after late change. If he was being managed, Chris, you were never intending to play him. So it's you rephrase it for, it's North, so he doesn't need to play. That's what it was. Now, Shannon Neal kicked 3, did good, or had good moments. Jeremy Cameron kicked 6 was good. I thought Biggie Newen was really good for North in patches. Harry Sheezer was dominant. Bailey Scott had his moments. Congratulations to Tyler Sellers on his debut. Rough day for him. Getting only one disposal was a key forward late in the game. Had to tackle early. But well done to him having to stick fat. Larky hit 2 terrific goals. But the club are in utter shambles. And it's pathetic. Clarko's job as coach needs to be questioned. Just keep an eye on that. Needs to be questioned. He's gone backwards, if that's even possible. Final game we go through. The Eagles, they did it. 109-70. The Eagles have done it. The Eagle has landed on Optus Stadium. The Eagles have won 109-70. Oh, I know some Eagle fans that are up and about, and so they should be. Yeah, Richmond got all these injuries, but West Coast, they were down by 26 points, as much as 26 points during the first quarter, or, kicking a couple, 2 to 3 goals late in the first, kicking 2 to 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. So basically within 10 minutes, they were in front. And from then on, it was all guns blazing for the Eagles there. Elliot Yeo, best game in a long time for him. 15 clearances, 2 goals, 27 disposals. Harley Reid, a goal and 27 disposals, like 82% efficiency, was terrific. I thought it was an all-round. Tim Kelly was good. But outside of those three, it was a really good all-round team effort from the club. And well done to them. Really happy for them. And the Tigers, well, I'm not surprised. Sharp Bolton was good. McKelty Lafau was good. Dustin Martin needs to retire. I'm sorry, he's done. He's absolutely done. Gold Coast shouldn't even bother. If they do get him, it's because Hardwick's there, because it's a marketing thing, because he's finished. He's done. He's finished. So's Marlon Pickett. So's Camden McIntosh. And now that's the third player I'm saying on here that should be retiring at the end of the year. And it's Dustin Martin. I'm sorry. He just needs to. He's not. As a commentary said, they wondered if he's pondering retirement, because if he wasn't pushing midfield in the game when they needed a spark, and they didn't really bother to put him there, and they did. It was like for one time. So it's like, what are they doing? Is he injured? Is he given up? Is he checked out? I think he's done. I don't know why Gold Coast would bother. I don't know why Hardwick would bother, outside of him being good mates with him. So Richmond shambles. You can blame the injuries all you like, but it's still West Coast. So great win for the Eagles. Well done. All righty. Let's go now preview round 6. So round 6, we had some interesting results. Fair to say the least. Oh, there shall be some interesting results, I shall say. I'll rephrase that. Now, going back to my Supercoach just quickly, I am I'm in my Supercoach. I'm 161 out of 222. I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I'm going to read you the top 5 names in my Supercoach League. In 5th place, we got Ben, whose name is Chicken Burger. In 4th place, we got Dead Eye Jai, which is Graz, who is a regular in the YouTube streams and live streams and chats. So well done to you, Graz. In 3rd place, we have Nathan, who's Nates, and I can't read the rest of that silly name. Nathan's in 3rd place. In 2nd place, I've got Zach, whose name is Beauty, and I cannot read that last name because that's silly. And in 1st place, I have Alan, whose name on Supercoach is Vessel. So well done to him. He's got a fair lead on top of the next 4 names that I just read out. He's in 2nd place behind Zach. He's in front by about 170 roughly, give or take. So well done to you, Alan. Now, let's preview round 6. It starts on Thursday night at Marvel Stadium. It's my Saners hosting the Bulldogs at 7:30 Vic time at Marvel. The Saints are going in favourites as they should, but is Beveridge getting the sack? People keep talking about it. I mean, I don't want him to get sacked this week because generally they win the club that sacks someone the week after, unless you're North Melbourne. So, Paul Ratton that time, eh? But yeah, Saints should win. Max King's been cleared of structural damage, and he's a chance to play this week. I'm really happy that he's up for the fight this week. If he doesn't play, it'll be worst case next week. So thank God. We thought it was something bad or just a long-term one. Thank God it's nothing serious. Well done, Kingy. Well done, mate. And the haters should shut up. Seriously, it's pathetic and immature, childish. It's bullying as well. Stop. All hail the king, Max King. Like his brother Ben King, who kicked 4-4 on the weekend with 10 disposals. Well done, Kingy. And Kingy. Now, the Bulldogs, no Tom Liberatore had a scary incident. Hopefully he's all good. He's in concussion protocols. He passed. It's a bit confusing, but they're a bit more worried because he just collapsed. I feel like he was falling down a little bit, but they want to be extra cautious, and we understand that. To wish Tom Liberatore all the best. He won't play this week, though, obviously, as I just said. Riley Sanders getting subbed out. The Bulldogs, Beveridge does these weird things, and I don't give a shit. If he wants to sub out his good players, or put his good players like Caleb Daniel or Bailey Dale in the reserves or be as the sub, power to you, Bevo. Keep doing those stupid moves. This will be the week he actually puts a fringe player or whoever as a sub, and this is the week he'll bring in Dale and he'll bring in Daniel as well, and he'll play Sanders the whole game. That's what he'll probably do just to annoy me. But we'll wait and see. But I'm obviously tipping my Saints by 20 points. All right, the game on Friday night up in Adelaide. Friday night, 7:40 Vic time, Adelaide v Essendon. I'm tipping the Crows to go back-to-back victories. I'm going the Crows to win by 20 points in Adelaide. And Tex to kick 5 goals. All right, next game to go through is on Saturday, 1:45 at the MCG Vic time. It's Collingwood hosting Port Adelaide. I'm tipping the Pies in this one, but I don't get why a lot of people are tipping the Pies in their favourites. Yeah, they're playing at the MCG, but they've only won one game. Port did really well on the weekend, and this year in general, well better than the Pies. I'm this close to changing my tip, to be honest. I've tipped Collingwood only because it's at home. They've had the bye now. See if that helps or doesn't help. I'll set the Pies by 2 points. This is a really long ball. All right, also on Saturday, 4:35 Vic time at Marvel Stadium. It's Carlton hosting GWS and Marvel. I'm going the Giants to stay undefeated and beat the Blues as they did at the end of last year in the last round of the season. I'm going GWS by 25 points. All aboard the Giants train I have been on since round 4 of 2023. I said beware the Giants from then. I'm going to keep on saying it now. Saturday night at the Gabba, 7:30 Vic time. It's Brisbane hosting Geelong. Brisbane will bounce back. They'll get the win here. Geelong finally play a good team, so that means they'll the second best. St Kilda was good. We got match the next best team for a while since round 1. Brisbane will win by 20 points, and hopefully Brisbane go back into form properly here. They need to bounce back again. Go back to back. Beat Melbourne, you should beat Geelong then. To beat Melbourne, you should be beating Geelong, plain and simple, and you're at home at the Gabba, which is normally a fortress, but not so much lately. 8:10 Vic time, Saturday night is the WA Derby, Western Australian Derby. It's the Eagles hosting the Dockers, and what a time for the Eagles to be playing the Dockers after coming off a big win over the Tigers by 39 points. They're not beating the Dockers. They're going to lose by 25 points. Dockers will win by 25 points. Sunday games, just the 2 games with Melbourne and Richmond having the bye last week of the stupid byes. On Sunday, 1:05 p.m. Vic time in Sydney. It is Sydney hosting Gold Coast of the SCG. Ooh, I'm going to go the Swans by 15 points here. It's been an interesting game to see how they go. And Gold Coast may make a few changes this week. So we'll have to wait and see. And obviously, Luke Edwards will be out for the Eagles with concussion, so we wish him all the best and hope it's just this standard 1 week out for him. And the final game on Sunday, as I said, I'll repeat that, Sydney by 15 over Gold Coast of the SCG, 15 points. Gold Coast have won there, though, before recently, so don't be shocked if that happens. Gold Coast beat them there recently, so a couple of times, I think. So beware the Suns of the SCG. They're not bad there. And the final game we go through is North Melbourne hosting the Hawks, 4:05 p.m. Vic time at Marvel Stadium, North Melbourne v Hawthorn. 2 bottom clubs. I'm just going to tip Hawthorn here because I think they're playing. They're not playing much better. They have their quarter bursts, and North don't have any quarter bursts at all. They don't have patch of 10-minute bursts, really. So I'm going to go the Hawks by 25 points. If Mitch Lewis plays, I'll change that. If Mitch Lewis plays, they'll win by 25 points. If Mitch Lewis doesn't play, they'll win by 15 points. So there you go. So my final thoughts are simply this. You want me on Cameo, head to cameo.com/Cooper G. Want me to roast a friend, wish someone a happy birthday, anything at all, cameo.com/Cooper G. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. We're aiming for 20 likes for this video. And finally, if you know any AFL, AFLW players or any up-and-coming draftees and you'd love to see them on the podcast and a goal-kicking challenge or an interview, please send me a message and we'll try and get something sorted. I love doing them. We just posted the recent goal-kicking challenge from today with London Ashcroft on the Western Bulldogs VFLW side, star forward, gripping person, great video, great quality, great. I think it's probably the best thumbnail I've ever done, so go and check it out. It'll be pinned down below. If it's not, go check the recent videos and give it a like, give it a watch, and let me know how you think of how the video went. And tomorrow night, there should be one with an AFLW umpire and an Oakley Chargers young star, Emma Stark. That should be out tomorrow night as well. So look forward to that. And any other interviews or goal-kicking challenges around that and any other videos, maybe a vlog as well this week. So thank you all. The most important thing of all to remember is go the Saints. Beat those Bulldogs. We need you to win. And acknowledge me, the one, and all aboard the Filippo train. Then, now, forever together. And of course, always on the Roman Reigns train. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Go Saints.